Hi, this is a video regarding ICPs of Web Lesson 5. This is our first ICP where we need to get restaurants when a recipe and a place is given as an input. So in the class search recipe component, here we are taking our recipe and place as an input using input in HTML, and we are giving IDs recipe and place. So view child looks into the ID, and we are giving a reference to the recipe and place using element ref, and then we are taking these initializing these variables. Here we used HTTP client to access the API. So in constructor we need to give this, and then ng on init, this function asks for our position and retrieves our location. This is used for that. And get venues, in get venues is used when we click on finding our restaurant. So here we have given a button. So when we click on go, then this get venues function is invoked, and then here we are retrieving the references of we are retrieving the values of recipes using references, uh, and dot value gives the value, and recipe value has that value, and place value stores the uh, input given in place box. So here if statement is used to stop anything uh, that's not given in the input. So if you give null or empty, then it doesn't go through the HTTP command. And when we give some valid input, then HTTP get protocol uh, gets the information from this API. So here client ID is our ID in Foursquare, and client secret is a key. Near is a location. So here this dot place value, where this value stores the value of place, and this value stores the value of recipe. So these both are given here in the URL, and we are subscribing it to that. So, the subscribed value gets into data. So we are initializing data of any type, and we are running the for loop for length of le- number of venues given. So when we set the limit to 5 here, so we are getting 5. We run through the for loop for 5, and then we are initializing an array uh, where we read the values of name. We read the values name, ID, location of a given venue using data.response.venues of I.name. So these values are stored in venue list, and then this is for our reference console.log this venue list of I. So when we run our local host, we get this home page, and when we search for a recipe, so when we enter a pizza recipe, and then location near Kansas, so when you go here we get 5 restaurants that offers pizza. And then this is our second ICP, which is a translator, where we give a text input and our known language, and when what output to what language it has to be translated. So this is the drop down menu. Here these are the languages given. So we can translate any text from these languages to these languages. Here we are using input for reading text. This hash text is a text ID for that. And then in component.ts, we are viewing text input language and output language IDs. We are giving references to these. These are the references, and then we are initializing some variables for that constructor, and we are using HTTP client. We are instantiating a variable of HTTP, which is used to call API. So here we call API. This is the key of our translator API. So this dot text takes the text from the this is a text from input box. This dot input language is a language in which the text is in, and then output language is the language to which it has to be translated. So we are subscribing it to that into data, and so we just need the value of the translated text, so which is stored in zeroth index, and this is read into word, and this function returns this dot returns the word. So here word is the translated text. When we run this port and when we type something like hello, and this is input language is English, and then we want to translate it to Korean, so suppose, then we get an output, so we don't know it's true or wrong, so let's try something new. We go for Spanish, so when we try translating it we get hola. So here we are done with the ICPs. Thank you.